So the next question is going back to the number 4, the one that we had asked that had all that stuff in it, and it's asking what are your thoughts in regards to law enforcement use of drones. So for a little background on that, when we were discussing that as a committee, we were talking about use of drones for surveillance and the use of drones such as the new robotic police dogs and things like that. What are your views on that?
Not what I was thinking you're going to be asking, but okay. So we have brought on drones. We actually utilize them at the office for accident scene reconstruction. We've utilized it for surveillance. There's obviously a bunch of rules and regulations that go along with it, but we made an effort to get our officers certified through the FAA so they could fly them. It saved us a bunch of money and a bunch of time when we go to an accident scene. As far as robotic dogs, I got to be honest with you, I haven't done much research on what robotic dogs are out there. I've seen videos, they look cool. I mean, but other than that, I mean, the reality of it is for me, I would rather have the face-to-face interaction and not deploy technology in an instance where, you know, it can be addressed with a human being. That's what we train for. Not to say that there's not a place for it, but you know, I'd be lying if I gave you a bunch of rhetoric on robotic dogs right now, so apologize. But as far as drones as a whole go, yes, we are using that technology. I think there's more ways that we can. There's smaller drones that SWAT teams are deploying and utilizing that allow them to, you know, go into a building and do a quick surveillance so that, you know, if they can find a threat and address a threat before law enforcement has to get in there so we don't have to use deadly force on a subject. I think we all can agree the ugly part of our job is that we do end up having to use deadly force on individuals. It's not anything that we want to do. We don't wake up in the morning and say, man, this is something I want to do. So if there's ways that we can alleviate that, I'm all for it. And if we think that, you know, we do need to do more research on it, I'm all for that as well.
I'm going to have to agree with them on a lot of that. You know, drones are important. I think they're very useful, and I do know there's a set of rules and laws already put in place, so I'm not opposed to it. I think you got to change with the times. You know, technology changes. I started in '98. I don't know about my partner, but my computer was like this big, and it was stuck on the floor, and you needed binoculars to try to read the screen, and if you didn't pull over, you're going to end up in a ditch. You know, technology has changed a lot over the years, so I think drones are a great tool, especially if, you know, for missing kids, you know, a missing juvenile, somebody in distress. Absolutely, I would use it, and I'm not against them at all. The bionic dog, I'm gonna tell you no on that one. Being a canine handler for many years of my career, I think a four-legged friend who you can actually have a conversation, somewhat of a conversation with. Because trust me, they do talk to you. They tell you when they want to go out, and they tell you, you know. But yeah, you know, yeah. I'm gonna pass on the dogs. I think you can say the same. We're gonna pass on the dogs. So.